going to be touring the Varadero tourist bowl, not only focusing on the beauty of the place and nature, but also on the life of its inhabitants. And like many, they depend on tourism for their family economy. But of course, we are going to visit the beach because it is one of the most beautiful in the world, so stay tuned. Hello, my beautiful people, my beautiful YouTube people, and welcome one more day to my channel. Well, I'm very happy that the channel has grown a lot in this last week, well, in the past and this week. I want to welcome all those who are new here. Let me know in the comments below what country you're watching from. Although, well, I have already read several comments and I already know more or less that they watch me a lot. From the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Nicaragua, Venezuela, and Mexico, of course. And well, I want to send, from Spain. But also, these are the countries that I have seen the most that are commenting on me and that are following the channel. I send a big kiss to all of you, especially those who have always been there commenting on me. I will never forget them. Anita, as your subscribers grow, remember those who supported you from the start. I would never forget those who have been there from the beginning. In fact, I know their names by heart, so don't worry. And well, since you're here, if you're new, I'm Anita Mateo, a Cuban YouTuber. This is our first time meeting. Today's video, as you're reading in the title, we're going to Varadero. Varadero is like the #1 tourist destination here in Cuba, where if you are a tourist and visit Cuba, you cannot miss. Because it has Cuba's most beautiful beach. They have made a wonderful tourist place by taking advantage of the very beautiful beach. I live in the province of Matanzas. It's about 30 kilometers to go to Varadero. I'm a Cuban traveling from my home to Varadero by public transportation. I'll show you how I make this journey, although shown in previous videos in case you have seen them, and I need to go to Varadero because I have some matters to resolve there. But of course, I'm going to make a video for you, but I'm not going to focus so much. I mean, I'm going to show you the beauty of the place, the beauty of the beaches, but I'm also going to talk about the town of Varadero. The people who live there, how do they work? They are people who work based on tourism. Their family economy comes from the tourism in that region, in that town, because it's like a town. I'm going to be visiting a friend who actually has a little craft stall, which he sells to foreigners who come to take some souvenir from Cuba. And that, well, is his job. And I told him I was going to visit him to show it to you, so you can see what sells the most. What does that place look like? And he's going to be talking to me about that. We're also going to see if there's tourism, because right now it's not the high season for tourism. In Cuba, the high tourism season is during the winter months of November through January, and currently it is not the high season. Additionally, most tourists visiting Cuba were from Russia. Due to the well-known situation between Russia and Ukraine, many Russians have left. This impacted the tourism industry, particularly in Varadero's hotels. It has also impacted the livelihood of families working in the tourism industry. But, well, without much more introduction, I invite you first of all to subscribe down there on a little red button called subscribe, which is totally free. And that way you help me a lot. I don't know if by this date I reach 10,000. I'm recording this video before reaching 10,000 subscribers, but I hope by the time it's uploaded, I'll have reached that milestone. It excites me a lot. And give it a like if you like the video. I know you're going to like it, so give it a like from now. And let's head to our destination. So come with me.
Hello.
Hello. Well, we're here in Varadero, as I showed you. And she is Annie, hello, one of my best friends from university who will be accompanying me today. She resides in a village near Varadero, Santa Marta. She knows more about this place than I do. We are going to be seeing the streets here, how tourism is, how the people are.
Working here.
We are about to reach the path of the artisans that I told you about. A friend of mine works there, and we are going to be seeing some little things from here. Well, look, here we are in a square of artisans who, as I was telling you, many residents from here in Varadero, Santa Marta, Cardenas, even Matanzas work here selling
Handicrafts.
so that foreigners, tourists who walk around here can take a souvenir from Cuba. During these 2 years of pandemic, it has been quite affected. In fact, tourism is still quite affected here, and this is Cuba's biggest tourist area is still affected by the lack of tourism over the past 2 years. And that also affected like the work of many Cubans who live off that. Mainly these Cubans who work on their own here selling these things. Yeah, they even spend many 2 years without working in the hotels. Also a lot of time closed without working. But well, you can see that it's opening up a little bit more, and so it depends on the lives of many Cubans and their family economy. So let's get to know a little bit more now about the kiosk of a little friend. That is, the kiosk is like the little store where he sells his crafts, which is what people buy the most. What kind of tourism is there here? Right now we're going to talk a little bit with him. Here we have Marlon, the owner of this small kiosk, and her boyfriend.
Her husband, El.
The husband. So, yes, a lot of information. Tell me, Marlon, how long ago? You work here at the kiosk?
Half more or less. But here at the fair we have worked for 3 years.
So you've been working for 3 years then?
3 years I worked in the Navy. I have worked at 51 here. And I've sold all the lines.
Yes, I was out of work for a while due to the pandemic.
Without working.
Yes, it was complicated. And is there tourism here now in Varadero? Is it a lot?
Quite a bit, right? More or less. It can go through a pandemic and the economic situation is tough, of course, right?
Yes. And so more come to buy here. Do you want to take that fabric?
Uncle Pito.
The 21s of knitted things.
Knitted items are available. All are welcome. And those recommended by Dona Laura receive a 10% discount.
Look, Marlon, and more tourists here. Do you see that?
They are coming. There are Germans at this moment. There are Germans, French, Canadian, many Russians. There are none because of the war. Spaniards, yes.
The Russians left.
Latin America is still not traveling.
There aren't many of...
Latin Americans here, no Mexicans, Chileans. I have...
Many of my Latin American subscribers ask me about coming to Cuba, though it seems there aren't many who do.
Still very few Latin Americans.
Until...
They make them come because they buy quite a lot of Latin American fabrics. And
They help the economy of the inhabitants of Santa Marta,
Varadero?
who have families to support. How do you manage with the language here if not everyone is Latin American?
I've struggled somewhat. I need an English teacher, but we're getting by. Do you speak?
In English.
If more or less what's necessary.
Please show me your best-selling and most popular items.
Like, and what sells the most are the woven shirts,
Woven shirts.
not the shoulder shirts.
Let's see.
What does it say?
In Cuba about these things?
Havana Club with the classic dogs, the palms, too.
See from
Ahead Havana Club, the rum of Cuba, Varadero, it's what sells the most. The
memory that people take with them.
mamiras, the wallets, those. What kind of wallets? The wallets are very good.
Are...
Big, they have olive target.
Ah yes, people really like to take these things.
Of jewelry, which is the one with a friend.
This is another one that is different because they are next to each other. If you look, they also sell these little souvenirs.
From all the years of the cars. Do you enjoy collecting? If you are a subscriber who...
Crazy for each video of Cuban cars because, well,
Look,
Cuban cars are mainly all old from the 50s. It's like here it hasn't been renewed. And look here, like from the years, right? According to the years.
31.
As it goes.
Of shaping. A car plate size of a load of a car plate. The old plate here from Cuba
Over there,
was the camera.
little camera. This is with the soda cap that...
Let's see. I'm gonna take a picture there. Smile.
Smile.
That I'm going to...
Shoot.
A photo, smile, and subscribe now.
Same. Oh, look how funny. I didn't expect it. I was surprised. Look.
Here's Coca-Cola.
Here.
Everything is handmade. There is no factory here. Does a Cuban work with the possibilities he has? Of course.
That's how we Cubans are, right?
Look more at that here. These little things are made too. Handmade, designed for Canada. You can take them made normal.
They also make them with small cans here, gentlemen.
Look, see normal cards. See,
Oh, look, how cute.
see Coca-Cola, see.
What else does the Cuban like? The plain is what the Cuban likes the most, of course.
Look, this is bone and sea product. I've made it with bone, with shell.
Look how beautiful.
Eat it.
Look.
Here, look at these cow jars. Jaws. These are jaws.
The jars of the cows?
The jaws of the cows, of the bulls.
The eagle?
Look, the eagle of the United States.
Look.
Look at these fish and turtles here.
Hey.
What?
They have tremendous...
All this polished bones. Look how beautiful.
Oh, I love this. This is like a little jewelry box with things from the sea.
Oh, what?
I really like that. It's cute. Everything here is made by artisans, Cubans, here working with the resources they have to prosper in life. Thanks, damn it. It is...
These dolls sell a lot, which are called Lulu and Marilu. Here in Cuba, a lot of pencils with little dolls are sold, and
ladybugs. We already left from here. The craft fair. I've been showing you there so you could see some of the Cuban reality here. Who works in Varadero and lives off tourism. I want to show you the beach because as I'm going to be in Varadero, I'm not going to show you the beach. We're not going to swim at the beach today because we have other things planned, but I am going to show it to you, so stay tuned. And they have a line here, of course. As always, a line can't be missing anywhere in Cuba. Well, Annie says that I should explain.
Why there is a line? Why is there a line? The line formed because after a long period of scarcity, the Fiat Tourism Fair arrived in Varadero and people took the opportunity to stock up on supplies. The stores in Varadero, it seems to me.
There is a tourism fair precisely today.
Many data were missing.
It starts today and ends on the 7th. Because today is the 2nd, the 3rd of May, How is the tourism fair progressing? Shops have emerged and people are queuing up. The MLC stores are everywhere. They are all dollar stores. There are very few other types of stores. It's just that there's no MLC store in Varadero. That is
Cuban, right? With Cuban coins? No, the only thing left for national currency is some point of Palmares, especially Palmares, what has national currency. It offers a small glass of juice for 15 pesos and garlic palm heart. What are they doing? What are they doing? What do you ask for?
Look,
The only thing there is in Palmares,
soda, cheese bites, and fruit juice for the fair. Is this combination appropriate now? Oh, well, and for food, if we want to eat because I'm hungry, yes, it can be for national currency.
yes, no, let's see. The Boulevard still offers Caribbean cuisine for the national currency. On the 30th, there are several gastronomic options to eat using the national currency. Well, let's eat because I'm really hungry. Let's go.
To buy a little glass of
Juice and snacks. We eat snacks. We're not going to eat pizza. Pizza, where? At the Honey House, let's go. Pizza at the Honey House, let's go.
I informed them about our plan to find a place to eat. However, upon seeing the beautiful beach, I told them I must film it right away. Because that is one of the most beautiful things left in Cuba, the natural things. Nature in Varadero Beach, without a doubt, it's beautiful. And I've made a lot of videos here on the channel because I love making videos where I show this beach because I personally love it. And it relaxes me a lot to come here to escape from everyday problems. And well, I'm going to show you right now how beautiful the beach is. Look, here we are entering. There's not many people today. This is a place that if you come to Cuba, many of you ask me where to come. The beach of Varadero, no more. After a lot of walking and getting a lot of sun, we found a place that is one of the few private places left here in Varadero. Here, most things belong to the state as they are for the state. Let's see if we eat something, because I'm gonna die of hunger. Look, this is what we're gonna eat. This hamburger, how much did it cost? About 360. That's more or less the prices in all the food places here. And the baguette does cost. This is a baguette that
Cost.
200 and something, right? 260 in natural juices. The truth is I was incredibly hungry. And it's also incredible that they have a hard time finding something to eat. And, well, the prices are generally like this everywhere. Quite expensive compared to how they were before. But there are also many product spaces. Anyway, let's eat. And we couldn't leave, of course, without going to see the beautiful Varadero beach. After such a stressful day and walking so much and working so hard for everything, a better reward is impossible. Look, how beautiful, how blue. It was empty because there was a sun that would burn you immediately. When returning home, well, this is what I find. A lot of people trying to get to their homes because the transportation situation is extremely bad. There is no fuel. And I got caught in the downpour, the first downpour of May. I want to say that here we have the tradition that if you get wet in this downpour, you become more beautiful. And well, I got wet and I say goodbye to this little video, but not before giving you a big kiss, and see you next Friday. Bye!